Hello, everyone. Blue Star Saber here once again to deliver another One Piece chapter review. Chapter 1032, Odin's Beloved Blade. I was planning on trying to do a sort of like let's see, stream with Lucky Chi today with something else, but unfortunately, Lucky Chi will not be able to do any streams for the foreseeable future, at least not until some point in December. So, yeah. So instead, I decided to catch up on my One Piece review for chapter 1032. And before we get into the chapter, I'll just go comment on the, cover this time, in which we have reader's request of Black Cats and Yamato making deliveries. As we see them, these sort of cats in sort of like jump kind of work suits, if you were. So those like workman's outfit kind of thing, striped workman's outfits, getting worn out by carrying these big bags while Yamato is carrying a barrel to help deliver to a very old lady. It's kind of funny, really, but it's kind of cute at the same time, I guess you could say. So, yeah, not bad. So, heck. Anyway, to continue our. Anyway, the chapter begins with, Marco carrier in his Phoenix form carrying Iza around with him asking what's going on. Let's see. And apparently, to them being a bit concerned about the apparition that happened earlier, and and their concerns about it, as they seem to be going look for it, as it seems to be making the castle on fire. From what I can, just on that stuff. So we've got that. While they fly past, Big Mom, while beast pirates are bringing out cannons, trying to shoot the samurai blocking the exits to the one building that isn't alive. So you can see the beast pirates getting really desperate. Anyway, we move to the second basement level. Oh, yeah, I should probably mention, flying past Big Mom as she's about to fight, Kid and the Lord, though we don't really see him in that page. Anyway, we go to the second basement level where we say, Appo trying to recruit Yamato and all that stuff, though Yamato is too busy to listen to them and all that stuff, while X-Drake is in pursuit. During which when we're also running alongside Yamato is the Numbers Fuga, who we end up seeing actually has a sort of centaur horse body, so that makes me wonder if he's also a Smile user, or at least some sort of devil fruit user, as he's got centaur legs and horse legs and all that stuff. And apparently, it seems Fuga has some history with Yamato. As he's in pursuit of, as is he trying to follow her? I guess they might possibly be friends and all that stuff, but who knows? But yeah. Anyway, someone does an announcement to all sectors from the second floor, talking about how the fire monster is heading to the basement. During this time, Brock and Robin land on Fuga's hair, the cushion, and all that stuff, as they're being pursued by the CP0 agents, and the two of them preparing to fight. However, the fire ends up consuming them. So in other words, those two CP0 agents have been burned. It seems the fires may have, inevitably saved Nico Robin there, or at least saved them from having to deal with the fight and all that stuff. As the flame keeps moving down. There's some people commenting, so that's the creature they're talking about. With Yamato realizing that it's going through to the lower levels, realizing it's going to the explosions, and realizing what's going to happen, she requests that, Fuga, that she needs his help and all that stuff. So as the two go further down to the lower levels, while Brock and Robin stay down. So it looks like so Brock and Robin are getting prepared to, fight CP0 as the flames won't affect them for long. Anyway, as we see the main CP0 agent, the masked dude with the hat with the beard kind of thing, put on his hat or something. But anyway, we see that Apple is taking apparently some pictures or something. As he comments about how they're the lapdogs of the Statue of Dragons and Kaido's castle, taking pictures and saying this will be a scoop to give to Morgans and all that stuff. Let's see, as he comments about due to the fact that they lost their arms, Brooker with Doflamingo, they have to fire. It seems like, let's see, they're here to make, let's see, a deal up in person and all that stuff. Let's see, commenting about how this will probably make big news to Morgans and all that stuff. I'm probably now repeating myself. Apologies. However, the CP0 agent thinks that Apple's getting a bit over his head, and then immediately stabs him within like a neck, bleeding him out. Let's see, seemingly knocking him out conscious, and it seems like X-Drake has finally, Oppo has finally been taken out of the fight. And all that stuff. So there we go. Let's see. With then a CP0 agent noticing X-Drake talking about who saying that they know exactly who he is. With Drake wondering like, why aren't you making some excuses then? With him now, it seems like him preparing to attack X-Drake. Or let's see. However, let's see. It's revealed that Oppo is not just quite out yet. However, as he uses some of his musical notes to cause a boom explosion with a CP0 agent. With him getting a bit with him commenting about how that attack hurt from the government agent. With Drake even commenting how he's surprised he's still alive. Let's see. With him commenting about how he knows that they use a little bit of Armament Hockey, so it's confirmed that Oppo has Armament Hockey and all that stuff, and wants to get a bit of payback in and all that stuff. Though granted, he asks if X-Drake is in the Navy, it'll stop it. However, X-Drake says that, let's see, telling him, let's see, Oppo is he in or out of this fight? Let's see. The two are pretty much arguing about who started the fight and all that stuff, but it seems like the two have put aside their differences to fight these two CP0 agents. As Drake turns into his dinosaur form, while Oppo starts trying to kick a CP0 agent as they begin their fight. So the Oppo and Drake fight has become, let's see, a team up of the worst generation against CP0. Anyway, we cut to the probably now what's going to be the main focus of the, let's see the rest of the main focus of this chapter, the outside of the dome, where you see Zoro versus King, in which King is pulling the sort of, let's see, fin thing on his head. I don't know what it's called, sorry. I'm not, let's see, good with dinosaur biology, but yeah, he's pulling it like he's stretching it. Let's see, was Zoro commenting, so is he supposed to pull back on his crest like that? So I guess it's a crest, but I don't know. With and let's see, King making this sort of funny, like pulley, stretchy mask thing when he's using this move called Imperial Deep Pride, and then uses the move called finishing off called Stake, which seems to do a massive amount of, let's see, damage that causes quite a lot of debris, but Zoro seems to dodge the attack. So does wondering how do you block something like that? It's like a laser beam or something. Let's see, with King going on about how the Protodons of the ancient past hunted their prey like this. I'm not sure if he's commenting about how the stretch attack strike he did, or it's just flying around and all that stuff, but yeah. Zoro commenting about how he had no idea. Ends up trying to use the 360-pound Phoenix as he's trying to figure a way how to land a hit on King, as King avoids that attack. Otherwise, he's just wearing himself out. Zoro's trying to ask if that flame on his back is another Petrodon feature, though let's see, King says it's not. Zoro's surprised by this. So just getting a bit tired of King, trying to find a way to thinking out, okay, how can I knock him down to the ground? ends up using a free sword style move, the Black Rope Dragon Twister, which I think he used against Kaido earlier. Let's see, I could be wrong. I know it's been a while since I read that chapter. But yeah. However, King blocks it with his wings, and let's see, so Zoro's slashes have no effect. With him commenting about how it seems like dinosaurs and dragons seem to soak up, whatever attacks he makes. With King commenting, well, that is true. However, for him, with him in his specific case, it goes even beyond that, and decides to finally give Zoro the sword fight that he's been looking for, as he himself does enjoy a good duel. Let's see, Zoro starts thinking to himself how no matter what he does, he cannot seem to damage King, not to mention the flames on his back, and assumes it is power, but apparently it's not. Wondering if he's some sort of fishman or giant blood, or he's from, that comes to the conclusion that he's from like some race that he's never heard of before. As Zoro starts getting damaged and get hits back into a rock, as he starts commenting to himself how he's got to solve whatever the case is, or else he's not going to be able to beat him. However, as soon as he thinks that, it seems that his sword, Emma, or as he goes, hears the sound of a Sameishu as the sword starts taking away Zoro's haki and draining it arm to the skinny thing it was like from earlier. When the first time he ever tried out Emma. So it seems like the effects of Emma, the downside of Emma, starting to affect Zoro. As it looks like Emma is rebelling against Zoro once again, much to his dismay. And we cut to like the treasure repository where Orochi is. With him hearing some music, I believe Shannon playing, and he's wondering like, okay, who's playing that in the midst of like this battle and all that stuff? I realize it's someone from the next world. As he starts to take a peek, given how bright it is on that stuff. Wondering if it's an enemy or not. However, once he opens it, he sees Kumura Saki-kun, or as we know, Hiyori, Momo's sister. With Orochi shocked that she's here and thought that one of he's died and gone to heaven, or is it just some sort of dream? As he goes on about how ever since that day he thought he lost her. He spent night out dreaming of her and all that stuff. However, she ends up saying how he cannot forget her, with her saying that she cannot forget him, him either, in a horrific about my lord, as she goes about how she'll always be by his side. With her, after the chapter ending with Orochi crying in tears, saying, "If this is a dream, I don't want to wake up," ending the chapter. First of all, I like how it seems like Marco and Izo are going off somewhere to check out, and it appears to check out the flames. As So they're looking in. So Izo is asking Marco to go into full-on Phoenix form and fly him about so he can find out what that flame is earlier, because he's concerned about it. So they're going to investigate. So it's interesting because now I'm wondering if they do end up trying to find the flames. I wonder if that means they'll run into Yamato and then they realize that Yamato knew Ace, and not to mention Yamato wants to be like Oden, which would be quite weird for probably the both of them, but particularly Izo and all that stuff. But given the fact that Yamato is Kaido's child and all that stuff, so there's that. But I do like that we're doing something. But granted, It's interesting how they're fighting Big Mom. So let's see. So it looks like no one else is going to interfere with like Kid and let's see Law's fight against Big Mom, which is probably for the best. And I do like how the Beast Pirates are seemingly getting really desperate to try and get into the main entrance and blast through Samurai. We're going to sorts of cannons and all that stuff. Anyway, I do find it interesting that Yamato seems to be a personal friend of one of like the eight numbers. Let's see, Fuga, which I can't. Let's see, which number is that? Ichni. Let's see. I'm just gonna type the numbers. One Piece. Let's see. Fuga. Which one is number? Fuga's number 2. Which is weird because I thought it was like Ichni, but I guess let's see, they have another word for number 2. I really need to learn more about Japanese culture, I guess. But yeah. So yeah, it's interesting that the two seem to know each other. So yeah, it looks like Yamato may have like gained a new ally with Fuga, who's also seems to be an ancient giant centaur who may have eaten a smile fruit or some sort of devil fruit, or maybe that's just some sort of, let's see, part of like the failed experiments, I guess, Caesar made with Fuga. But I could be wrong. But yeah. But yeah, they're teaming up, and let's see, Yamato is requesting Fuga to help him, try and stop the fire and all that stuff. So yeah. But anyway, I do like how, let's see, you still try to get Apple trying to, recruit Yamato, but Drake having none still in pursuit and all that stuff. However, their fight is cut short when CP0 in pursuit of Robin and Brock arrive. And it seems like, and let's see, they take over, and the two, instead of fighting each other, instead they end up teaming up. And for a while, it looks like Appo almost looked like he was taken out, but lucky for some harm in the hockey, he was able to survive the CP0 agent's attack. So it seems like Drake and Appo are reluctantly teaming up to take down the CP0 agents that were pursuing, let's see, Robin and Brock, who looked like they were about to fight them themselves, but due to the flames, keeping them distracted, keeping them away for a while, they were able to escape, while Drake and Appo put aside their differences to, take on the CP0 agents, showing, very interesting how this fight still has some more twists and turns. Just when you think it's going to be Drake versus Appo, it ends up becoming now a new team up against CP0 agents. And I'm very curious to see how this goes, since technically Drake and CP0 both work for the world government. Well, Drake through the Marines, while CP0 for the for the Celestial Dragons, but clearly Drake doesn't like what the CP0 are doing. So with like being here with the Beast Pirates, so he's going to fight them. Now, I'm curious to see what kind of consequences this may have on him in the future for like going against like the world government. The Celestial Dragons bodyguards could end up making him an enemy of the world government, but I guess we'll wait and see and all that stuff. But it's interesting to find that. Let's see if Appo has taken. Let's see if those pictures he's taken of CP0 being at Kaido's castle goes to Morgan's. That cause like such a big news kind of thing, and may end up causing a sort of chain reaction of like the world finding out that the world government is making deals with pirates, causing a bit more faith lost in the world government or stuff. So that would be quite interesting in that regard. So yeah, I do like this kind of thing. I mean, granted, one fight being replaced by another, but heck, I do like the twists and turns and all that stuff. So, and this gives us a chance to possibly see what CP0 is actually made of. Besides just let's see just the techniques from like CP9 and all that stuff, which we saw the agent do and all that stuff. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Perhaps maybe we now will finally get some names for like the CP0 agents. So yeah. But anyway, cutting to probably what's going to be the two main events is like Zoro versus King. I do find it interesting that once again Oda's doing more silly gimmicks with dinosaurs. With Zoro like wondering, okay, is that how it works? Is that supposed to be how it works? Kind of thing with like King stretching his face to cause some sort of like, let's see, long stretch neck attack that's as powerful as a laser. But yeah. Oda really does like doing silly dinosaur things. I wonder if he'll make some sort of silly gag dinosaur mecha manga in the future. But then again, I think he said he's going to do one shots after One Piece because it's like he probably won't have the energy to do like a long running manga series at this point. But yeah, I do like how, let's see, Zoro's trying every attack he can, and King's just dodging and blocking, in particular with the wings. And this causes Zoro to sort of doubt himself a bit and all that stuff, and even wonders what kind of species, let's see, which eventually causes like Emma's like, let's see, downside of no one being able to use it into effect as it starts to draining his arm of hockey, making it all skinny at the end by the end of the fight, and you have sort of panicking. But I do also like how Zoro is wondering like what kind of race King is, given the fact he's never heard of the. Let's see, I'm trying to remember what King is again. King One Piece King is a Lunarian, I believe. Yeah, Lunarian. Sorry about that. As Zoro comment, as Zoro's like, okay, the fire thing is clearly not part of the devil fruit. So clearly, let's see, he's some sort of race and all that stuff. So yeah. But I also like how King is now using his sword against Zoro as well, given the fact that earlier, as he decides, you know what, despite the fact that he will use whatever means it takes to win, he would see. He'll just, given the fact that Zoro is a swordsman, he will give him a swordsman. He'll give him a swordsman. He will give him like a sword fight, since he himself does enjoy a good sword duel and all that stuff. So yeah. So despite King's philosophy of doing not sticking to one style, he does have some preference and all that stuff. So yeah. So yeah, I do like how we keep learning a bit more about King during the fight with Zoro. So there's like that. So yeah. Let's see. But anyway, the most interesting thing in this chapter is to learn that Kumurasaki is here in the. It's here in the floating island and all that stuff on Onigashima, and she's in the opposite room to like Orochi, who cannot believe that she's alive, and he's like, "Yes, Kurosaki, my love is back to me. If this is a dream, don't wake me up." Or if it's like, "Am I in heaven or something?" But let's see. So clearly, still madly obsessed or / in love with her. Though I'd probably say more obsessed with her beauty, really. So I wouldn't say it's a really genuine, romance, really. But yeah. But at the moment, you have Kumurasaki playing, her instrument. Just saying, "Oh, it's great to be by your side, my lord." But we all know that it's actually, Momo's sister, and Oden's daughter. So it's wondering if this is, it's possible that Hiyori is pretending to be the, Kurosaki again, so he can get close. I mean, she can get close to Orochi again, so she can be the one to kill him herself. Since she expressed to Zoro how she wishes she gets to be the one to kill him. And this probably confirms that she's also the one who probably tended to the 9 scabbards runes, so who knows. So it'll be interesting to see if Kurosaki ends up being the one to kill Orochi, and then, revealing that she is actually Oden's daughter, with Orochi getting the realization that he's been lusting after Oden's daughter this entire time. So yeah. there we go with that. So, yeah, because I doubt Komurasaki will be like, "Oh, I love you too, Orochi," because, well, we know who she actually is and all that stuff. And we've seen her expressive hatred for like Orochi and all that stuff, and her distaste for his like regime against the citizens of Wano. Overall, I think I'll give this chapter a 9 out of 10. We got Marco and Izo trying to stop the flames, as well as Yamato and the ancient number Fuga switching sides. So I am curious what the other two giants that Oppo has are also at the moment, but who knows? Perhaps we'll see them soon. And his interesting relationship with the possible friendship with Yamato and all that stuff, while Oppo and Drake have put aside their differences to team up against CP0. I'm very curious where this will lie with Drake in the future as well. You have a Marine versus a government agent, really. So, yeah. And Oppo has images of CP0 he's going to now give to, plans to give to Morgans. So, that'll be a scoop if he gets it. Well, Zoro and King continue their battle, where we get some funny gags with like the mask and more of King's abilities, and with the flames and his like devil fruit and sword, as Zoro's learning more a bit about King. And we end up seeing some of the side effects of like Emma, with like if the swordsman has any doubts of winning. It takes away his ability, and the return of Hiyori / Komurasaki and the encounter with Orochi. So, and we'll see how that turns out. So yeah, I enjoyed the chapter, and I'm looking forward to like reviewing the official chapter when it comes out on Sunday. Overall, I've enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm Blue Star Saber, and I'm signing off. Thank you for joining, everyone. And yeah, also, yeah, one thing before I go. Congratulations, One Piece, for reaching the 1000th episode. I've yet to actually watch it because I'm a little bit behind, but I've seen the new opening, and I really like what they did by doing a modern update of the very first opening, but with the Straw Hat members and the villains that you have right now and the time skip thing. So, yeah, I'm curious to see whether or not that opening will be. I'm curious to see whether or not that opening will be, just a one-time thing, or if we'll go back to opening 23. But who knows? I guess we'll find out this weekend. Overall, that's all I have to say. Goodbye, everyone.